Hello and welcome to Arsenal Classics, a collection of unforgettable moments from the past 4 decades, featuring some famous faces from Gunners' history. Arsenal had something to prove as they met Liverpool in 1990. Just days earlier, they'd lost a League Cup tie 6-2 against Manchester United. This was their response. Commentary from Jimmy Greaves and Brian Moore.
Steve Nicol has slotted into the right-back position, and it looks as though Venison will be playing on the right side of midfield, with Ablett at the left-back and Burrows in the midfield. Well, I've said before, it's always conjecture. You get very little, probably quite rightly so, out of Kenny Dalglish. Plays, as they say, those cards very close to his chest. What we do know is that David O'Leary is one of 3 centre-backs for Arsenal, and a first touch there for Bruce Grobbelaar.
Which is a bit disappointing, Brian, because talking to David O'Leary before the game, he said he was going to be doing a jig down the right-hand side, a la Stanley Matthews, but obviously...
Don't be fooled by the number 7 shirt,
no, exactly.
Jimmy.
You're right.
Well, here is David O'Leary. I must say, from my point of view, I find it very disappointing as a spectacle that a player like Peter Beardsley is not likely to be on the field today. 11 goals this season. But as we said before, he's a supreme strategist, as Kenny Dalglish. Here's Ablett playing at left back. Molby. Burrows. Barnes. Whelan.
You're right about Kenny Dalglish being a superb strategist, but when you leave your top goal scorer on the line, or not even include him, it's a bit of a decision.
In the meantime, of course, all Arsenal fans wondering just where we go from here. Is it a side that left here on Wednesday night in tatters? The one that really all season has oozed such professionalism. There's O'Leary, unbeaten in the league, remember, as are Liverpool. Arsenal with the best defensive record in the league, in the first division at any rate. In goes Dixon. 6 goals conceded in 14 league games, and indeed only Liverpool have scored more. We'll be getting a word from the referee. Most people expect caution to be the order of the day, Jimmy, but I think the atmosphere here is such that that's going to carry it through to quite an occasion. And there's a lovely ball by Rush for Burrows. Well, I tell you, he was a revelation, wasn't he, against Tottenham? He marked Paul Gascoigne so well, and we saw at the clip at the opening where he made such a good run down the left-hand side and crossed in for Rush.
This was a good run as well. And
this was an excellent run.
Yeah, good effort. Actually, they opened Arsenal up quite comfortably there.
Davis sliding the ball out here to Michael Thomas. Clipping it now for Merson. Lovely little ball by Merson for Davis, or rather for Thomas, who lost his bearings. Desperately trying to get it back again, and it was Ronnie Whelan who just hacked it away behind for the corner.
Yeah, good move that. Once or twice Davis has looked dangerous when he's got into the box. He's their best bet so far.
Well, here's Thomas in the 6-yard area there, just outside it, as Davis now takes the corner. Thomas again, and Grobbelaar saves. Merson can't get there. Did he go across the line? Yes. Arsenal have scored. Merson got that final touch, and that will change the whole game now. Bobbing about there, and Grobbelaar had made one good save.
The value of getting a good corner over, Brian, instead of messing about. Good volley, that. Great save by Bruce. And Merson just getting in over the line, yeah.
Just before Venison was able to clear it, and the linesman and the referee were in accord that that had crossed the line.
I don't think there was any argument about that.
Here's Barnes. Crossed in there towards Rush. Couldn't quite gather it up.
That's as you say, makes a different game of it now.
Liverpool's first corner. Gets a corner. Paul Merson notches up number 8 of the season. A striker you've got quite a fancy for, Jimmy. I know we've spoken about Paul Merson together in the past, haven't we?
Well,
let's have a look at the corner first.
Yes, certainly.
I'll be with it. And Whelan's header. Let's have a look at the goal from the other side of the, from a different angle behind the goal.
It was a good corner. That was a great volley in, and Bruce did very well. Paul Merson was on hand, and you're right. He's had personal problems, Paul Merson, but I've always felt that if he straightens himself out, he could be a contender for an England place. I've always felt he's got the ability to score a lot of goals.
And he's still only 22. Gary Gillespie. Running away from Smith. Nicol. Rush. Gets it back in for Venison. Oh, a terrific shot by Venison. Could have been excused if you thought that Seaman might have been caught by surprise there, but he reacted so swiftly as he had to do. So I saw Liverpool beaten by 4, I think it was, at Southampton last season, and I think Kenny himself would say it could have been 8, and it certainly could on that day. Even the best ordered teams have these little aberrations, and something goes wrong with the machinery. But it's how you come back from it, and Arsenal at the moment are coming back well. Venison towards Rush. What a great strike by Rush. Just wide of the post. And there's the warning for Arsenal, played through by Venison. And he turned and shot in one. And came close to hitting the camera. Here's Limpar. Into Thomas. Merson's got on a great run for him. But I think Hussein will get there first. With a header. Merson. Gillespie gets it forward to Barnes. A little touch to Burrows. Rush telling him that Ablett was away on the left here. There's Gary Ablett. Limpar. Half-time whistle. An excellent first half for Arsenal. They're a goal ahead through Paul Merson after 20 minutes. Still, you feel a lot more football left to be played in this important Barclays game in the First Division in the second half. Here at Highbury then, the half-time score. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. Arsenal coming out for the second half, Liverpool already out. Arsenal leading by a goal to 0, Paul Merson's after 20 minutes. And both sides without any substitutions at half-time. Both at this stage unbeaten in the league, both just with 1 defeat this season, both by Manchester United in the Rumbelows League Cup. Liverpool by 3-1 at Old Trafford, Arsenal by 6-2 here at Highbury. And away we go then for the second half. For Wednesday, Arsenal conceded only a couple of goals here at home and only 7 all season. So in a way, that's the measure of what Liverpool, for all their mighty attacking force, that's what they're facing in this second half. As Arsenal seek to open up this league championship and reduce Liverpool's lead to just 3 points. And of course that Arsenal have already had 2 docked for the misdemeanors at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Liverpool, for their part, determined then if they're going to win the championship, they're going to win it by more than 2, so there can be no arguing about it. Here's the free kick. Paul Davis chipping it in towards Tony Adams, who'd gone up there. Limpar, but the whistle had gone again. It's a free kick this time to Liverpool. Following in, Davis. as Merson. For Dixon. Chipped forward to Smith. And the linesman flagging for a foul by Smith on Ablett. Referee agreeing. A free kick to Liverpool.
A little bit harsh, I would have thought there.
Smith looked a little aggrieved. Hussein. Hit long towards Rush, not accurate enough. Adams was there. Oh, and then delayed his clearance just a little too long. Liverpool get possession, but then lose it to Michael Thomas. Into Smith. That might fall for Merson. It might fall for Limpar. Down he goes. That's a penalty. First look at it, there wasn't much doubt about it.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, Brian. Don't think there was any doubt at all. It was a good ball played through. Everybody's running for it. Merson and Limpar gets onto it. No, I don't think you can argue.
Just clipped him. Dixon scored twice from the spot. But this is a real big one now. A 2-0 lead would be so vital for Arsenal. Lee Dixon. It's 2-0.
Well taken penalty, under pressure. He knew what he was going to do. He was going to blast it straight, and he did. Good pen.
A real test of nerve then for the Arsenal fullback, and he passed with flying colours. Two Liverpool substitutes warming up now. Arsenal 2-0 in the lead. Liverpool facing their first league defeat since last March. Gillespie to Whelan. And Blitz pass didn't get back to Whelan though. Here's Thomas. Trying to lift one wide of Grobbelaar.
Useful effort. Didn't have a great deal on actually, and sized himself up, knew exactly what he was doing. Bruce had it covered, but it wasn't far away.
Merson. Now Limpar. Down he goes, but there's no penalty this time. And actually Steve Nicol going across to Alan Gunn and saying you really should have a word with him. That was a blatant dive. And Liverpool may even feel that there was an element of dive about the first one. I don't think about the first one, but they were slightly incensed by that.
Yes.
Houghton, Barnes, Houghton. Nudged off it there by Limpar from behind, a shove in the back just as he was about to shoot, and it provides Liverpool with a free kick here. Now Whelan is very adept at this sort of free kick. Barnes, of course, also Mulvey. They've got a few free kick experts there. It looks like it's going to be John Barnes. So it could be a problem here for David Seaman. Ball needs to be built accurately. 4 in it, 5 in it. There'll be a John Barnes curler. There it is, but over the top.
The wall knew what was happening. They all jumped in unison. Not a lot happening for John Barnes this afternoon.
Gillespie. Davis. Limpar. There's a nice touch. Thomas. Here's Winterburn charging down the left. Smith in the middle, and Winterburn! Grobbelaar just grabbed at that one. I think he, like everybody else, was expecting the little curl cross in for Alan Smith. Free kick given very quickly, taken by John Barnes for Liverpool. Houghton now to Whelan. Ablett's made a run down the left, cut out by Merson, and back it goes to goalkeeper Seaman. Brilliant shot by Winterburn.
Yeah, again, a good move by Arsenal, and it was a good shot.
Inside the last 10 minutes. About 9 to go now. Dixon. Jimmy's got to choose the Barclays man of the match with a bottle of bubbly, Jim, to come a little later on. So if you could just turn your mind in that direction.
Will do, Brian.
It's not an easy choice, to be honest, today, is it?
It isn't. It isn't.
Here's Winterburn. Limpar sent tumbling by Nicol. All accidental, says the referee. Arsenal in possession. On goes the game. Merson. Thomas. Will it come for Smith? Put away again. Up to Rosenthal. He tried to dummy Bold. Good jump by Smith. Gillespie. Nicol. In a good jump by Smith. Can Merson get in behind? Six minutes left. Rosenthal. Houghton. Adams. It's a Liverpool throw.
Well, they're finally having a go. They've woken up Liverpool to the fact that they are losing this match.
Here's Nicol. Offside flag up on the far side against Ronnie Rosenthal. Cheers from the crowd because the referee originally had given the corner to Liverpool, then saw the linesman's flag, changed his mind. Certainly Arsenal defended well, Jimmy, when you were making your choice.
Yes. Well, there's several, isn't there?
I think Adams has had a particularly good game,
Adams has
hasn't he?
played well. Davis and Thomas have played very well. Two fullbacks have done well for Arsenal. In fact, it is Arsenal players that have dominated it, really.
Burrows. Houghton.
So it'll be an Arsenal player, right?
Goes Adams. Winterburn. Smith. Been working the ball well through the midfield as well, Arsenal today.
Well, they've been on top from the start, and they thoroughly deserve their victory.
And I would have thought Michael Thomas is also a strong candidate.
Well, I said that, Thomas and Davis. And Seaman, Dixon, Winterburn, Thomas, Bould, Adams, O'Leary, Davis, Smith, Merson and Limpar.
Well, it's a throw which Lee Dixon will take. 4 minutes remaining. Smith to Dixon. Davis. Winterburn. Threaded that nicely through to Michael Thomas. Thomas again, covering a lot of ground. Winterburn outside him. Oh, the bad pass, it went straight to Ablitz. Offside against Rosenthal, very little in that. Jimmy, tell us the man of the match.
Well, you can only be as good as the game dictates, and you can only play as well. And the man on the ball now, I think, has had a superb game, David O'Leary. He's commanded the back. He's allowed nothing to go astray. Plus the fact he's my wife's favourite footballer, and that will stand me in good stead. David O'Leary.
Oh, he's a true gent, and it's only his second game this season, so he gets the Barclays bubbly, the Barclays man of the match. David O'Leary. Offside against Nicol, and possibly Rosenthal in the centre. With about 2.5 minutes of the game left now. The announcement has just been made that O'Leary is the man of the match, and it seems to be a very popular choice, and a few cries of good old Jimmy from behind me. So Merson, oh, what a lovely back heel. Smith with a shot, a fantastic goal. 3-0. What a back heel it was, though. And what a finishing strike by Alan Smith.
That really was a magnificent piece of soccer. What a marvellous back heel that was by Paul Merson. And a great strike. Oh, what a super goal.
His 6th goal in 4 games. And Arsenal have put to rest all the nightmares of Wednesday night now. 3-0 ahead against Liverpool. And even for a side of Liverpool's strength and might, there's no coming back from that. And what a wonderful goal to finish it all off. Towards Barnes. Really does put the icing on the cake, that one.
Yeah, I think from Liverpool's point of view, they went to Tottenham a few weeks ago with this attitude, and they got a result there, and I suppose they were fooled into thinking that maybe they could get the same result here. It hasn't happened because Arsenal haven't allowed them to play the way they wanted to play. They haven't allowed them to settle down at all. It's been Arsenal's afternoon all the way.
Well, it's Liverpool looking for the last word. Hussein's header quite comfortably gathered by Seaman. Listen to the Arsenal fans now. What a change a few days make. And Liverpool's heaviest defeat since Southampton last October. The October before last, that is. Like 14 months ago. Here's Limpar. Into time added on now. Barnes losing the ball. Here's Limpar. Thomas. Adams. Winterburn. Playing it around. Smith again trying to curl one wide of Grobbelaar. Didn't get it right. The final whistle. A fabulous Arsenal victory. And the championship race really hotting up. A one-horse race, not anymore. The gap now narrowed to a manageable 3 points. Liverpool still lead, but there are others breathing down their necks now. Merson started it. Lee Dixon with a penalty carried on the work. And Smith from Merson's wonderful back heel gave Arsenal the final flourish. They said the most meaningful match played in the first division in the first part of this season, the half of the season, and that certainly proved to be the case. On a day when Liverpool really didn't quite do themselves justice, whether the gamble of leaving out Beardsley and Houghton on the bench and so on rebounded on Kenny Dalglish, it's possible. Let's have a word with the man of the match, David O'Leary. He's with Gary Newborn.
What a contrast, David. Congratulations. What's your assessment of your performance overall today?
I thought we deserved it. The main thing when you play Liverpool, they're a tremendous team if you let them come at you. We took the game to them, and as I say, we tried to play them in their last third of the field, and it worked out very well for us.
It really does open up the championship now.
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of people looking out there today, not that they love Arsenal Football Club, but they want us to beat them, because it keeps the championship alive, and it really puts us back into it.
By the way, Jimmy Greaves made you a man of the match.
Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you very much.